Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Dragon Age Origins. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today in the summit, I believe it is a summit, it is, of the Wending Wood. This game has a lot of woods, and also a Ferelden sword over here. A common Ferelden sword driven deep into the ground of the campsite. It looks as though it was planted here on purpose. Does it? Okay, I'll trust my character, who thinks that looks on purpose.
This place is scarred by pain. Many lives were lost. But these weapons seem out of place. Not all is as it seems.
No, they seem very much in place right now. This is a weird tree, considering there's blood, I believe. Do you want to taste it and see if it is paint, like the bandits were doing? Shallow graves. What do we have? Small stone cairns mark these graves, which appear... They appear something, but I wouldn't know what they do. Nope, don't do that. Right. Don't do that. Appear to have been dug recently. Again. Thanks for telling me that, because I can't... Oh, there's a shovel. So I suppose that might be a hint. Yeah, they're all the same. And we got a blood lotus. We have an elf corpse. And a crate.
I'm off.
Elven prayer for justice. Elven prayer for the dead. Justice, I got something for you. This prayer implores Felondin to guide the dead across the veil. O Felondin Lethanavir, friend of the dead, guide my feet, calm my soul, lead me to my rest. You have it.
You have my sins.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. I didn't know you were going to shut up when I exited the inventory.
Death. We spirits know no more of it than you do. What lies beyond is obscured, even to us. Can you tell me who these people were? They are unlike the others I have seen.
What lies beyond is the veil. That is what happens. I realized you had a throwaway line before about how you don't know what happens after the veil. But, like, why would there anything happen after the veil? Who said that? Who talked about it? What are we talking about here? That we have life after death, which is the veil, and that's that. The notion... What I mean by this is that the game doesn't propose anything... The main game, anyway, doesn't propose anything after the veil. There's no mythos, there's no popular beliefs, there's no jokes, there's nothing. There's not, you know, there's no reason why anybody would be like, I think after the veil, this and this happens. No. I mean, you can be that, but... I suppose you can be that. It's okay, I forgive you, Justice. Yeah, they're called the Dalish, these elves.
The body I inhabit was familiar with that name. My memories say the Dalish were cast out. Unwelcome in almost every land. Why is that?
I actually don't remember. Because humans hate my people and always have. That's probably... It's an interesting take on it. It's not 100% true. Although it is also... It's also a little bit redundant. They were cast out because the humans hated them, but the question really boils down to why did they hate them? Maybe. Maybe that's what the question boils down to. The Dalish chose their path. Oof. I don't know, life is not very fair because they're not strong enough to fight. Oof, as well. Let's go with the first one because also it fits my character. Because humans hate my people and always have.
How odd that mortals find so many differences to hate, when you have so very much in common. To one such as I, it is difficult to tell you apart. Are these similarities not worth rejoicing in?
You wouldn't even know the beginning of it, my dude. You're not even part of the real world. You're just in a video game. The guy's mind would be blown away. We don't have elves and humans in real life. We're not as similar as you think. That's not really the point, actually. The reason, also it's a little bit misguided. Well, it's not misguided actually. The point of the writing here is more to try to make a plea for, you know, peace among similar people or similar beings, I suppose, elves and humans, rather than actually analyze the reason for the hatred. Because you can hate your own brother. It's, you know, you're not gonna suddenly stop hating your own brother if you all of a sudden, wait a minute, I'm his brother. You know what I mean? So the same applies to freaking different nations. Because in this case, the Dalish elves here, they're different nations. I realize that the game makes them very racialized, but that's got to do with other things. And they are indeed a very racialized nation, the Dalish elves. But objectively speaking, and even in lore, wasn't the other elf that elf that became the speaker or whatever, wasn't she not Dalish? I thought she wasn't Dalish. But either way, the point, and she was Dalish. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, it's confusing. She wasn't Dalish of origin, but she became a Dalish. So yeah, Dalish elves are just a nation, and so the hatred between the Terverines, anyway, the humans and the elves becomes, you know, just war. And for sure, there's a lot of racism in there, but that's where you really should be looking at, is what is the problem of, or rather, what is the problem? Rather, why people would generalize, in the sense that if most elves belong, for example, if most elves are fighting me in this war, does it mean that every elf is my enemy? Does it, like, from a pragmatical standpoint, does it mean that every elf is my enemy by default, or like all that sort of stuff? That's when you start thinking about that, you start to realize why. And also, I am also now realizing that this is a conversation out of nowhere, because we really didn't have this preamble, but I do want to talk about this because he's talking about it. But once you start talking about racism and at least in this case, the strife between nations and the prejudice against members of other nations, once you start talking about those things in those terms, you start to realize why it's wrong to generalize. Because, you know, to a certain extent, you know, you're at war with other people, but that doesn't mean they're all evil. That doesn't mean you're all good. When you put things in those terms, you can, you know, it's a lot better to humanize people in both sides. In this case, the Dalish elves, talking about the fantasy setting, I think the Dalish elves were not the original, and this is actually it's actually a trope now that I think about it. I think the Dalish elves were expelled for a crime that I don't remember exactly, but wasn't it like they wanted to kill the queen, or they renounced the queen, or something like that, some crime that most of them made, and they were basically expelled, and then that's what led to the apartheid system in Tevinter. Is it Tevinter? Am I saying that right? Anyway, where do we start? And that's a little bit of a trope, because it's a trope because it happens a lot of the time, as a lot of time in fantasy. I mean, as a way to justify fantastical, or, you know, fantasy, as a way to justify racial tensions in a fantasy setting, they decide that the oppressed in the past did something really bad, and now they need to look, you know, everybody needs to look past what happened in the past, and just, you know, don't be racist. It doesn't matter that they did something really bad in 400 years ago. They're not the same people. And while that is a very real, you know, I say real, but like that's a very decent morale of the story, and an undertone to any text. It's true. I mean, they did something terrible 400 years ago. You know, you shouldn't generalize at the best of times. In this case, also, you shouldn't. That's just how it is. However, it sort of runs contrary to the real life reasons for racism, where they usually don't do anything bad. And the most minute things usually do get pinned on them, but like it's like, we never do anything bad. They're just terrible, and that's how racism works. Because anyway, so let's see what options we have after this ramble. We're not as similar as you think. I agree, it's very pointless. Well, that's an interesting take. So we should all hold hands? Ridiculous. How dare you? Look at think of the germs. I wish things were that easy. Yeah, I think actually that's more or less the point.
Yet they are not.
Yeah,
but
really
then
not.
I do not even understand demons. My entire existence is spent seeking out wrongs to right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Perhaps you are right. But what else am I if I'm not a seeker of justice? Enough. I wish to look at this no more.
I sense, look at this no more. It's a dead person, dude. It's not, like, respect. Anyway, I sense a certain unease with his mortality in his character. And I wonder if, that's gonna play a role. Like, he thought that we'll see. This pile of Ferelden weaponry has been dumped in a corner of a camp. That's of the camp. That's true. We have a Darmisu, I believe. Very good weapon, so I'll take it. We have a closed chest with another Darmisu that I'll take as well. And there's red paint all over. I am about why the game felt the need to tell me that the weapons were out of place. What do you mean out of place? Like, it's not an armory. They don't have weapon stands lying around and just like, let's put everything in order. Why is there a scholar over here? Oh, granite deposits. I installed the patch already. A strange stone, an unusual stone carved with an unfamiliar rune, and also a battered journal. A new codex entry as well. 7 Cloudreach. Ordered roast boar at the inn. Love that stuff. I shared the meal with a weary old traveler newly arrived via the Pilgrim's Path. Told me that he stumbled upon an odd structure of stones in the Wending Wood. He showed me a souvenir he brought back, one of the smaller stones. It looked familiar somehow. I remember where I saw that stone, an old history book in Denerim's Gentry. The Tevinters, the people from Tevinter, built structures to harness mystical energies. Most have been destroyed, the stones used for construction, yet the traveler claims this one survives. He was at the inn again and sold me the stone. I am heading to the Wending Wood as soon as I find a caravan, although people seem wary of the place. I finally found a caravan. Nervous lot, though. Barely halted to let me out. Found the structure and spent the day studying it. Burned myself on the magical fire several times, but think I figured it out. Must take a path of fire that connects all the stones in a single loop. We'll attempt. After drive away whatever creature's making that rustle noise. Absolutely. So we have a granite deposit that is not gonna ruin my inventory because of a patch that that BioWare never launched. It's a mod. You found granite deposits in the Wending Wood. Voldrick will want to know where he deposits are. Yes. Yes. Indeed. And this connects to the other place. Did we get it? Okay. This connects to the other place that we saw from above that looked really cool. And if I know the game, also let me check. You leveled up. Did you level up? You did. Let's level him up as well. So you're our resident archer. I'm gonna get you some cunning. That's good enough, I hope. We got some of that stuff, some of this stuff. We got rune crafting, improved combat tactics, improved poison making, and we got stealing that we're really bad at, I think. So just go ahead and do that. We got some mechanical expertise that's really not important. These things are for melee. Oh, right. All of this is for melee, and I get very upset because of that. Pandemonium. Huh. What's this? Oh, Rain of Arrows. Why didn't I get that? Oh, because I required dexterity. That's why I didn't get it. The archers, this is activated. That's actually really good, but still. And this is also activated. Can I get passives? I can. Mark of the Legion. Sure, get that.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Put it like that. And then this. goes over here. Lovely. Sounds like a fun time. Speaking of which,
I'll blast these cretins into next year.
you will indeed. Oh, they're all stuck. Okay, well, not stuck, but let's do that. And let's do a rain of arrows. Zoom out so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And do that.
Speak, and it will be.
Get out of there, because I think that has friendly fire. There's a lot of them coming this way. I'll freeze them all in the face. And don't go over there. I actually need to check if that has rain of arrow or has friendly fire or not. Yes, it does. Just to spite me, basically, because otherwise it would be really powerful.
What needs to?
Can you imagine a foe-only attack over here? That'd be fantastic. Okay, that's good enough. Let's try this. And you're dead. And you're dead. And you need to die. There we go. There's somebody else over there. I don't like it. You need to kill that person over there a lot. Kill them a lot, please. That's good. Oh, not with that. We did it. I think the fist knocked them down. But we're good. Lesser stamina drought. Please no. I don't want such things.
All right.
All right, indeed. And we have another statue. Oh, yes, we do. And that is quest updated. What do you mean quest updated? 5 out of 8. That's good. It updates every time. I'm not really sure what I do with those things, by the way. For all I know, I'm losing stats or whatever. We got a Journeyman Lightning Rune, or Lightning Rune. Got a bunch of whatever grossness this is. It's just stones? See that? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure I like it. And here is the pretty Darkspawn War Axe. Rubbish. Granite deposit on the other side. Great sword. Pretty good. And splint mail gloves. Not too shabby. There was a missing... Was it not here? I suppose it wasn't. Oh.
You come here.
Yes. Are you telling me to go there, or are you asking if I come here? I want to see you. Oh, I can't see you because the camera is very mean to me. And also another one. And I suppose they're... Holy crap. I was going to say, I suppose they're going to tell me, you know, what the puzzle is going to be about and whatnot. Oh, resisted the stun.
Consider it done. You okay? Sure.
It's gonna be fine. Oh, indeed. Yep. An ancient Sylvan. That was a big one. Okay. What do you want? Oh, do you want a sword?
It has been a long time. I have forgotten my name, but I am a warrior. I am Avar, and I am cursed.
An Avar barbarian? They've been gone for centuries.
Far longer than that. Seasons beyond counting. I was a man to be feared, a man of war. The Tevinter mages, they came here seeking easy prey. But they found me, my brother, my tribe. We broke their army at the Fort of 1,000 Vigils, then pursued the Magister.
The Fort of 1,000 Vigils, huh? You mean Vigils Keep?
Perhaps. Time changes all things. We cornered the Magister here. Here we would sacrifice him to Yuvola, the god of this wood. As his guards fell one by one, he struck my brother and I with liquid fire. So even as the Magister's body was torn apart,
My brother and I watched from stone eyes.
Tell me about your people. We know little of you now.
So much forgotten. I remember only revenge. The Tevinter Magister that cursed my brother and I, he leads a mockery of life. Disturb the ashes nearby. Summon him. Kill him. Free me.
Stranger. No, come here.
Well, you could have said something before. Well, we're gonna have a choice, aren't we?
My brother called to you. Do not listen. The Magister's death will accomplish nothing.
Was your brother lying then?
I have never known him to speak a falsehood, but he is mistaken. My brother is consumed by rage. Over long years, his anger grows. Anger will not free us. Revenge will not free us. I've used the long years to think, to pray to our gods.
Have your gods spoken back?
The gods hold their own counsel. There is no release, but with peace, serenity, we can sleep. I have slept many seasons with only my brother's anger to call me back. Show him the way. This does not have to be a torment.
He seems pretty intent on murdering the Magister, or having me murder the mates.
He is the son of the Father, a warrior born. With the long seasons, I have seen that violence often accomplishes naught. Teach him.
Teach him? You mean talk to him?
The deed is not yet done.
Yeah, your brother says the Magister's death won't free you.
My brother has grown weak. In truth, weakness was always in him. He was a thinker, a dreamer, not a warrior.
Sounds like a pretty strong person to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. In 1,000 years, has no one... Oh no, there's a typo and I cannot ever understand. I can't understand what that means. Has no one killed the Magister? Or no one has killed the Magister? That's basically the same. So I think has no one killed the Magister is the correct understanding. Actually, and also that might hint at a way to convince him. Let's ask that. Has nobody ever killed the Magister in 1,000 years?
Twice before he has been struck down. Once very long ago. Once by an Alamari Dane.
Dane? As in Dane from the legends?
I do not know your legends. He asked after a dragon. But I know nothing of dragons either.
This anger doesn't help you. It's agony, right?
This life of Earth is beyond bearing. The Magister stirs from his ashes, and my blood boils. He yet lives.
Anger imprisons you. Release it, and I will release you.
What you ask is difficult.
Yeah, but you're weak.
My soul calls out to smite he who cursed my brother and me.
The curse cannot be lifted. You must make peace with it.
I will try. It will take time.
I say you're weak, but actually it would be an impossible task. I was just referring the fact that he said, oh no, the people who dream, they're just the weakest people.
You have calmed him. If it lasts, perhaps we can sleep and wake in a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you. But we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Dragon Age Origins. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.